What's up, guys? Today I'm seated in a BMW M760i, and although this car is very comfortable, it's also very fast. This car has a V12 twin-turbo 6.6 liter V12, makes 600 horsepower and 800 newton meters of torque, and all-wheel drive. This thing is really just such a comfortable but very quick car. So we're going to go over some features today and see why this 760li is worth the money. So I want to talk about a couple things that make this 760li different than a regular 7 Series. The first thing we're going to notice is this BMW individual paint. Now this is frozen Cashmere silver. Really just has an insane matte finish, and right off the bat, that's the first thing you notice of this car. It really pops, is very different. Second thing you're going to notice about this car is in the front grille here, we have big inlets, way larger inlets than the normal 7 Series, and the reason for that is to direct air all into this twin-turbo V12. Really gives it a more aggressive look, but it's functional as well. Coming around the side here, we have lightweight alloy 20-inch wheels with blue brake calipers. Really such a nice touch, really looks good on this car. It has a really nice side skirt here, gives it really nice ground effect, makes the car look low, it's hugging the ground. If we come around back here, we have the V12 badging letting everything know what's under the hood of this bad boy. And if you come back here, something that's also kind of interesting on a 7 Series, you have this little deck lid spoiler, which really just is kind of a nice little addition to this car. So if we come to the back of the car, you'll see its badge is an M760li. The M is designating that it has a little bit more of a special touch on it than a normal 750. It has the xDrive badge as well, because this car is all-wheel drive, which is really awesome off the line. Car has tons of grip, and it really brings, effectively puts down all that torque and power. And if we come into the inside of the car here, the first thing you're going to notice when you open this car is BMW has the carbon core badging here. And that's another really neat thing about this car. They have a carbon core that's utilized to save weight, really cut down on some of the weight, and just make this car that much faster. So if we come inside here, this car has a beautiful brown interior, quilted leather. It has very nice piping throughout. Really classy, very high-end, very luxury fit and finish. V12 badging all over. Really just reminds you that this is such a special vehicle. So another really cool thing about these V12s is they're silky smooth. So something I want to demonstrate here is this motor's sitting way back and down for weight distribution, and I want to demonstrate here with this little water bottle. We're going to put it on, I'm going to fire it up, and we're going to show how smooth this engine is. Because when you rev the car, it normally torques a little bit, but these V12s are so smooth, I believe that water bottle is going to stay where it's at. So let's try that out. It really just goes to show how well balanced this motor is. BMW did a phenomenal job. Try that in a bunch of other cars, and I guarantee that you won't have that same result. So a couple things I want to highlight on the interior here. First of all, the sporting steering wheel. It has adaptive cruise control, lane assist, everything you'd expect in a car like this. It's got these beautiful stainless speaker covers. Ties in all around. Another high-end option finish is on all these buttons, and all this is a nice ceramic finish. Really nice, just ties everything together. You notice up here the controls. These are touchscreen controls. You can slide left and right. Really just a nice touch. Something that a lot of these cars have, but I love to point out, is how you can control the audio here. We have some nice talk radio so you don't get copyrighted, and if you want to turn it up, you just do a little bit of this, and that was actual music, so I hope we don't get copyrighted. We'll have to just send it and see. And going further, you have the really nice leather interior, upgraded leather in this car. An option on this car is the Alcantara headliner. And this car starts at $160,000, and honestly, with options, you can easily get up north of $200,000. Really depends on how you like to spec the car out and what you're going for. But it really is a complete package and works all together.
Oh, what's going on, guys? I was just getting caught up in all the insane features that this M760 has to offer. So initially, right off the bat, each passenger in the rear has their own display. So in here it shows the media, the communication, navigation, etc. And basically what's going on between the driver or the passenger is also being relayed to the people in the back. So it's really neat. You guys can all be connected in that way and such. Along with these displays, you can turn them on and off with the touch of a button. However, if you pull this middle armrest down, you also have this little tablet here, which when you turn it on, this is very interactive. And what's even cooler about that is you click this and it actually pops out for you. So let's just go over a few of the things in here. Interior lighting. So this is really cool because you can adjust the ambient lighting in the car. So right now we're set on blue. You're gonna see some blue lighting. Actually up here, if it was darker out, you'd kind of, it's like a moonroof with stars, you know, it'll play on Will's voice. But they illuminate it. It kind of, you know, sets, you know, a nice ambiance for the passengers riding in the back at night. You can actually adjust the sun protection. So in here, it shows each window, and you basically just at a touch of a button, the shade closes as so. And then if you want to, you know, put up these sunshades, I mean, everything is just too easy. It makes it really nice. And then you can just close all if you want to just lock everything up. And then simply just open them all at a touch of a button. So it's just really nice, really intuitive. It's actually really nice. You can actually adjust the seats, the AC, I mean the media, everything you can do up there, you can do back here. So if you are getting driven, you know, you can set it up, you can place it right back in here. This thing actually holds it snug in there and you're good to go. Now the passengers back here have their adaptive seat functions on the side center console here. So you pull this thing down and you can basically, you know, lumbar, back support, headrest, and then you can also do the lumbar that's in the middle of the seat. So, you know, luxurious is almost kind of an understatement. You even get these little, you know, Alcantara pillows for your head, so you can really get comfortable in here. Enjoy your ride, whether you're going out to dinner or taking a long car ride. I mean, this M760 is really loaded.
Hey guys, welcome. Come on in. We're going to go on a little drive and show you what this thing's really about. Now initially you'll notice is how luxurious this car feels to drive. The steering is very smooth. This car is equipped with air suspension, is very smooth, especially in the comfort modes. It really handles the bumps really well. The car floats, really comfortable for all the passengers. If you're really trying to be casual and low-key, that's really nice. Carl needs to put his seatbelt on. As much as this car is luxurious, that's not its only trait. So what this car is really also about is having a twin turbo V12. So I'm gonna pop it up here in sport mode, and that really changes my entire setup here on the dash. Full electronic dash. I have a full M display up front here on the windshield, and immediately once you put it in the sport mode, the whole car tightens up. The throttle response is very quick, takes very little input to get the boost going and get those turbos spooling. The shifts are very quick and the suspension is very tight. Feels a lot more sporty, completely transforms from your luxurious land yacht into more of a sports car, and I'm telling you, with this much power, you can absolutely destroy other cars on the road. I mean, this thing really has so much torque with the carbon core. It's just, this thing really, if you want to have fun in traffic or play around with someone on the highway, this thing has more than enough power to tackle any car on the market. And just to give you a little bit of idea of the power here, this V12 motor kicks in immediately, and this thing just moves. It really feels like a tiny little sports car. I mean, when you consider you're driving a big, luxurious car, I mean, this thing really has the ability to do both. It can wear both hats at the same time, and you really don't notice that that you're in such a large vehicle when you have it in the sport modes. And that's just really a joy to be able to do both, because in some days you're in the mood to be comfort, and some days you're in the mood to be sporty and fast. And honestly, a car that can do both is a very rare thing. Not a lot of cars can do that, and I think this one does it very well, which is a huge perk of the 760Li. Now with this car, I can imagine the gas mileage probably isn't top of its class, like, you know, let's say a Prius. But honestly, if you keep it low in the RPMs, really not that terrible of a gas mileage. However, in this car, it is very hard to keep your foot off the gas. And every single time you get in the gas, you can basically watch your miles per gallon drop. So that's something to consider, but honestly not something that anyone would be worried about when you're getting into a twin turbo V12. Not really the point, and we're not really worried about it in a beautiful car like this.
So as you guys can see, the LEDs in this glass panel in the roof actually look amazing at night. They really pop. Kind of just adds more to an ambiance, you know, a nighttime effect to the car. And again, they can be changed through the iPad panels located, you know, everywhere in the car. And yeah, it's not too shabby view back here if you're being driven around by your chauffeur Michael.
Yeah, honestly, I think the move in this car is to be driven around.
I would agree.
It's not bad either way, but hey, you know, different strokes for different folks. Something great about a car this big is it has plenty of boot space. So we have the control here, the auto open, and honestly, depending on whether you want to put 2 sets of golf clubs in here or this and that, you have plenty of room to have everyone riding in complete comfort. Everyone has plenty of leg room. You have plenty of room in the back. Honestly, not a lack of room in this car in any area.